In this video, I present the top 13 ERP implementation consulting firms. But here's the situation. Over 70% of ERP implementations fail to achieve their business outcomes. Do you know why? It is not because the ERP being implemented is ineffective. It is because of a lack of change adoption as well as increased resistance to change. Which is why in this video, we are presenting the top enterprise resource planning partner. That way you can select one for your organization's success. Let's jump right into it. And here is how to follow along. First, I am going to provide you with an overview of each of the top 13 ERP implementation consultants so that you can understand what each one brings to the table. After doing the overview of each of these organizations, we will now use a practical checklist to help you narrow down the list. Okay? All right. We start with Accenture. Now, one thing about Accenture is they are often chosen when organizations are running very large, very complex ERP and enterprise resource planning programs. They are known for their ability to manage scale, coordinate across regions, and deliver ERP transformations that touch finance, supply chain, human resources, and operations all at once. Accenture is typically a fit when ERP is part of a broader enterprise-wide transformation and leadership wants one firm, one consulting firm that can handle both strategy and execution at scale. Next on the list is AGC, which is Iridium Group Consulting. One reason why Iridium Group is rated a top consulting firm for ERP implementation is that they bring senior level hands-on consultants who are embedded directly with your organization to drive real transformation success for SAP S/4HANA, Oracle Fusion Cloud, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and other ERP implementations that your organization might be implementing. Another reason why Iridium Group is recognized as a best consulting firm for ERP rollout programs is their ability to combine change management with project management and transformation delivery. They don't operate in silos. Their consulting consultants actively support design, planning and design, execution and implementation, decision making, organizational readiness, and change adoption across the entire ERP implementation lifecycle. They also apply a four-phase, scalable, flexible framework to help simplify complex ERP programs. This framework ensures that change management and project management is considered from initiation through to post-go live, helping organizations really improve successes of the change adoption, increase successes of the ERP implementation, help reduce resistance, and help organizations realize ROI, which is return on investment and business value. And this is another reason why Iridium Group is rated a top consulting firm for enterprise resource planning transformations and projects. Next, we have Atos. Atos is often selected by organizations operating in Europe or in highly regulated environments. Before we continue, just want to emphasize that this list of 13 consulting firms that is being presented today is a global list. That way, irrespective of where your organization is located, either in the US, in Canada, in the UK, in Europe, in Africa, in the Middle East, in Asia, in Asia Pacific, irrespective of where you are, you will be able to find at least one consulting partner from this list that can help support your organization's ERP implementation. Back to Atos. So Atos is focused in supporting organizations in Europe as well as highly regulated environments. They are known for disciplined delivery, strong governance, and an approach that emphasizes security, compliance, and stability. Atos is typically a fit when ERP implementations must operate within strict regulatory or public sector constraints. The next organization on the list is Bearing Point. Now, Bearing Point is another European based firm with deep experience in SAP focused ERP implementations. So if your organization is implementing SAP S4 HANA, you want to consider Berry Point as one of the consulting firms that you reach out to interview to see if they're going to be the right fit for your organization. Bearing Point is often involved in ERP programs where finance, compliance, and process discipline are front and center. Organizations working within complex European regulatory environments often look to Bearing Point for their regional and industry specific enterprise. Next on the list is Capgemini. They are known for combining global scale with strong industry knowledge, and they operate across the globe. They frequently support ERP implementation, but highly focused in manufacturing, utilities, and consumer-facing industries. They are often selected when organizations want a structured industry-led ERP approach that can be rolled out across multiple regions. So if your organization is in the manufacturing industry or utilities or consumer-focused industry, you want to consider them as part of the final list of consulting firms for you to reach out to interview. We now move on to Deloitte. They are commonly chosen for ERP programs that are closely tied to finance transformation, governance, and risk management. They are often involved when ERP decisions carry high regulatory or compliance exposure, and leadership wants strong oversight, controls, and executive level assurance throughout the program. Let us take a look at the next organization. We have EY. EY is focused heavily on ERP implementations that support finance modernization and operating model change. They are frequently engaged when ERP is used to enable shared services, improve reporting and analytics, and strengthen enterprise performance management. EY is often part of CFO led ERP transformations. Next after EY is Fujitsu. Fujitsu is a strong APAC based firm with deep experience in ERP implementations across manufacturing and government sectors. They are known for an engineering driven mindset and a focus on reliability and long term operational stability, particularly in SAP centric ERP environments. Next, we have IBM Consulting. IBM Consulting brings a technology heavy perspective to ERP programs. They are often involved when enterprise resource planning needs to integrate tightly with data platforms, analytics, AI, or complex enterprise architectures. IBM Consulting is typically selected when ERP is part of a broader digital and data transformation. We now come to Infosys. They are widely known for large, multi-country ERP rollouts. They are known for delivery efficiency, standardized execution, and the ability to manage global ERP programs at scale. Emphasis is often chosen when organizations want consistency, predictability, and cost discipline across regions. Now, as you see, let's take a quick pause here just to recap something that I said earlier, which is the goal of the first part of this video is to present you with the top consulting firms and providing you with an overview of each one, which is what we are doing right now. When we're done providing you with an overview, in a few minutes' time, we will now go over to the next segment, which is using that practical checklist to help you narrow down the list down to helping you select the right partner for your organization based on various variables like your organization size, the scale and the scope of the ERP implementation that your organization is implementing, as well as other variables. So stay with me as I continue to provide an overview of each one of these firms. We don't have a lot left. We have three. Let's go on to PwC. PwC is frequently selected for ERP initiatives driven by finance leaders and regulatory needs. Their ERP engagement often emphasizes controls, reporting accuracy, and audit readiness. So, as I'm talking, you will be hearing some things that I am saying that might resonate with you. For example, if your organization is really focused on audit readiness, at the same time you're implementing an ERP, then PwC will be one of those consulting firms that can be added to your final list of companies to reach out to. PwC is commonly involved when ERP programs must align closely with financial governance and compliance expectations. Next is SAP Consulting. SAP Consulting is SAP's own professional services organization. They are often brought in for complex or high risk SAP S4 HANA transformations where deep platform knowledge is critical. SAP Consulting typically supports architectural decisions, advanced configurations, and alignment with SAP's product roadmap. We close with Tata Consulting Services, which is also known as TCS. TCS is known for its ability to deliver massive ERP and types of programs across multiple countries, especially in APAC or Asia. They bring scale, structured delivery models, and strong coordination across large teams. TCS is often selected when organizations are running enterprise-wide ERP programs with thousands of users across regions. Once again, especially within APAC regions. Okay. All right. So as you can see, each one of these organizations brings something unique to the table when it comes to ERP implementation. Let us now go over that checklist to help you narrow down the list even further. So as promised, here is the full checklist that you can use to identify the best consulting firm for your organization. Use the link below this video to download this checklist, and you and members of your team can start applying this checklist immediately as you evaluate potential partners. As you can see on my screen, step one is narrowing down the list. So before interviews even begin, you want to reduce your options to just 2 or 3 consulting firms by assessing similar types of projects that they have delivered, as well as whether they provide hands-on strategic and tactical support. This is important because you want to ensure there is adequate project type fit as well as industry fit, meaning that do they support your specific industry? Geographic presence is also important, but most importantly, is also delivery model. What does this mean? It really means do they have a scalable and flexible delivery framework which will allow them to hit the ground running on day one and providing value? So, this is very important. Also, do they provide hands on tactical as well as strategic support? Is also very important. The next step is interviewing the shortlisted list of 2 to 3 consulting firms. And during the interview, we are recommending that you ask them some of these questions that we have included here. But you don't have to ask them all of these questions. We have included why each question matters, as you can see on my screen. That way, you can better determine which of these questions you will prioritize when meeting with and interviewing the consulting firm. Step 3 is where you evaluate and you also compare the interviewed 2 to 3 firms to determine which one to select. So after the interview, you want to compare them based on their delivery approach, cultural alignment, their communication style, and how they connected with you and your team during the interview. Why is this important? Well, you represent your company's culture. And so if the consultants connect very well with you, they are very likely to also connect well with impacted users across your organization. So that level of connection is very important to help you narrow down the list between the 2 to 3 firms that were interviewed down to one to be selected for this opportunity. As you can see here on the checklist, we emphasize look for chemistry. That basically means looking for connection for the management consultants that clicked well with you and your other leadership team that were part of interviewing the consulting firms. Step 4 is where you make the final decision. Before you finalize your choice, you want to ensure you are confirming scope, timelines, and success measures such as adoption and business impact. Most importantly, though, you also want to ensure that you align with the consulting firm on how knowledge transfer will happen at the end. Basically, the right consulting firm should leave you and your organization stronger, more capable, and better prepared for future initiatives. So, the main message is very simple, though. The best consulting firm for your organization is not the biggest name or the most popular brand. It is the consulting firm that understands your people, your culture, and your business goals and will help you achieve lasting results long after the engagement ends. That is the best consulting firm for your organization. If your organization is preparing for or currently undergoing an ERP implementation, whether that is SAP S4HANA or Oracle Cloud Fusion or Microsoft D365 or any type of ERP program, I can help. As shown in this video, Iridium Group Consulting is recognized as one of the top consulting firms for ERP types of transformations, projects, programs, and initiatives. Even if you are still in the early stages and you simply have questions about selecting the right partner for ERP, or you would like to discuss and brainstorm on some of the challenges and pain points that you or your organization is experiencing when it comes to change, projects, programs, or initiatives, and you just want to bounce things off me, I would be more than happy to have that conversation with you. See the link below where it says contact OB Irradion. Looking forward to discussing with you soon. And don't forget to like this video, as that lets me know that you have received value from it. You can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss great content like this one.